The Armory Show is New York's premier art fair. Every year, hundreds of galleries from dozens of countries come here to try and sell their works in the financial capital of the world. It's the first major art show of the year and one of the largest in the US. It's a great time to take the pulse of the art market and see what collectors and investors are thinking for the year. And this year, one of the big things on everyone's mind is art funds.
Well, an art fund is a privately offered investment vehicle that is really aimed at producing significant returns for investors. An art fund obviously takes money from investors, and an art fund manager then goes out and finds investment quality works of art and acquires them, manages the portfolio, and then disposes of them anywhere from 5 to 10 years out, depending on the investment strategy of the fund.
So is this art as an asset class?
Yes, it is. There's a growing understanding that art is no longer a collectible. It is an alternative asset class, and it can produce significant investment returns for investors if you choose the right works and you hold them for a significant period of time and sell them at the right moment.
Javier Lumbreras is one art fund manager who came to the Armory this year to try and diversify his portfolio and acquire more contemporary art.
Somebody will invest in an art fund for many reasons. If you look at the personal reasons, I would say the emotional reasons. I think art has a very strong emotional component.
He says that his investors borrow and display the art that is purchased with their money. And though this is a nice benefit, he argues that the real reason to invest in an art fund is because of the financial performance.
On the last 50 to 20 years, the returns for the art index has been higher than the SP 500 on the New York Stock Exchange on many occasions. If you compare art, for instance, with real estate, even if one country or one economy is suffering, there's another one that is doing well. For instance, we now know that you cannot take real estate from New York and sell it in Shanghai, but you can take art from New York and sell it in Shanghai.
But there are plenty of people in the art market who don't find much to like about art funds. Some believe that an economic emphasis is the wrong measure by which to judge art. Others worry that art funds are unfairly inflating prices. In an effort to legitimize the industry and establish best practices, Enrique Lieberman has helped create a new trade association for art funds.
It's definitely about increasing transparency about art funds, but a lot of it is just really helping to elucidate the the alternative investment community and the general public about art funds. It's also about educating the art market about what art funds are and what we're about. There's a great misperception that art funds are, they flip work all the time, that we manipulate the markets, and the truth of the matter is art funds are a vital part of the art market. We provide a source of liquidity both in times of price appreciation in the market and at the same time also during downturns. I would argue that the art market might not have corrected as quickly as it did without art funds stepping in and acquiring works.
No matter what you think of art funds, in a global art market deeply entwined with the global financial market, they appear to be here to stay. David Gellis, Financial Times, New York.